Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mystic Rose. I'm so happy to have you all here with me today. We're going to be exploring all about what do people think when they hear your name? What do they think about you? This is going to be so exciting. As with, anytime you do this type of reading, it's no guarantee that it's all going to be super positive, but let's hope that it's all really positive, the things that people are thinking about you when they hear your name, okay? All right, so just be kind of like aware that if you're listening to this reading, Spirit may bring through some things that people are thinking about you that may not necessarily resonate with you as being true about yourself. And that's okay because we can't control how other people think about us, right? All right, so if you're still interested in finding out what other people around you are thinking about you when they hear your name being mentioned, stay tuned. It's going to be really interesting. So there will be 3 different piles to choose from, including gemstone selections, an image selection, or some combination of the 2. The choice is yours. All you need to do is go to the timestamps below and make your selection. All right, and don't forget, if you like my vibe, go ahead and hit subscribe. I would love to have you be part of this awesome community. Let's go ahead and get started. Hello and welcome. This is your pile selection with gemstones. If you are drawn to black obsidian, you will choose pile number 1. If you are drawn to Dalmatian jasper, you'll choose pile number 2. And if you are drawn to hematite, you will choose pile number 3. Go ahead and think about which pile or piles you're drawn to, because you may be drawn to more than one pile. And if so, that means that there is or are special messages for you in more than one pile. So keep that in mind, okay? And also, if you're watching and some things just don't resonate, you can always go back to the beginning and choose again, okay? Let's go ahead and get started with today's tarot pick-a-card reading, all about what do other people think about you when they hear your name being mentioned. Hello and welcome. If you chose image 1 or this black obsidian gemstone, you are in the right place for today's tarot pick-a-card reading. It's going to be focused on what do other people think about you when they hear your name being mentioned. So we're going to be talking about everything that goes through people's minds, okay? So be prepared for anything. Spirit, please be here now with me and help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to my pile 1 collective, all about the question at hand, Spirit, and please speak through me as you always do. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Today I'm going to be using the Kawaii Tarot cards because they're so cute and whimsical and just fun. I'm also going to be using the Carolyn Mace archetype cards because those always give me a vast amount of information and I think they're really pretty, and I like Carolyn Mace. Her material is really quite insightful. Alright, I'm also going to be using one of my favorite oracle decks, the Yin Yang Oracle. So that's going to be really good too. It's going to give us a lot of information about what other people are thinking about you when they hear your name. All right, so Spirit, what are the things that people are thinking about the people here who chose my pile 1? What are people in general thinking about them when they hear their name? And Spirit, we want the truth, everything that you can bring through about how people are thinking about them when their name is being mentioned. You've got the Five of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the High Priestess, Ten of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. It's interesting. At the bottom of the deck we have Six of Pentacles, which often is very indicative of somebody who has a very giving nature. You know, you're just somebody who's, when people tend to have kind of split views of you is what I'm seeing. It's like, you know, you may be able to relate with this. People either love you or they hate you. I can totally relate to this, my pile one, because I have the same energy that kind of, I either trigger people and they tend to hate me, or people really love me. So I can totally relate with your energy, pile one, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because I see here that a lot of people, when they hear your name, they think, oh wow, pile one's such a generous person. They're so giving. They're always giving of their time. They're always giving of their energy. They're just like, they give you the shirt off your back. Like, plenty of people think you're really super kind, always thinking of other people. You're a true empath too. You can put yourself into the position of other people. I do sense though there's some people in your circle, this could be in like a family environment or something, or ex-friends or something that like when they hear your name, it may be in more of a negative connotation, that they're thinking about you, that you left somebody behind, that like you left somebody out in the cold who was either a family member or a friend. So believe it or not, even if this was years ago, people are still talking about it. When they hear your name, they think about it, okay? But there's many people, even within that same group, if this is like a family or a friend group that you've left behind, there's still people in there that are still on your side, believe it or not. As I'm seeing at least one person coming to your rescue in a way, like advocating for you, saying no, they're actually a really good person. Like, people actually who really know you will advocate for you and say what a nice, generous person you are. You may have a lot of haters because of the fact that you're really attractive, okay, and you're really gifted intuitively with the High Priestess, and you could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer with the Queen of Cups here. Actually, we got the Page and the Queen of Cups, so yeah, that's a lot of cups there. Even if you are not a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, people think about you in this way as if you are. So you really embody a lot of like energy of like water. And Wands is great too. That's about fire. I'm laughing because I have a lot of fire and water in my chart. I'm like, am I reading myself here? Okay. So yeah, you've got Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries somewhere in your chart, or like, you just embody this energy. What this really makes me think of is like when people hear your name, some people think like, oh, you don't mind being the center of attention. In fact, oh, they may say like you crave attention, or like you're always stirring up the pot to get attention or something like that. But then again, like I see a faithful person or two like within these groups of chatterboxes that are coming to your like proverbial rescue and saying, no, you got them wrong. Like, they're actually not like that. I think that you get hit with a lot of jealous people. A lot of people who want to be like you. Yeah, like, I want to say like copy you and not give you credit. I'm getting a lot of that. Like, people, you've got a lot of Hailey Biebers. I am seeing that. I think it's because you're really attractive. You're really like in your divine feminine power. And even if you're a masculine, you still are able to like hone in on your divine feminine, and it really is expressed in a creative way. So you're very creative. And when people hear your name, I know that some people get very jealous, okay? Some people get irked. I was just hearing that. Like, some people get downright irked by it. Interesting. Yeah, I just heard, like, Spirit was telling me, like, some people think that you're, like, I don't know why this would be coming up. Some people might say that, like, you, I don't know why homewrecker. I was hearing homewrecker. Some people might say that, like, you were trying to do that. And I know that's going to be for, like, maybe one or two people out there, okay? Somebody is talking about that. But for most of you, that is not going to apply. So take it or leave it. Oh, wow. We have the Alchemist in reverse. So you are very powerful. You are somebody who is like the magician. You can manifest pretty easily. But when people hear your name, they're just not sure of if you are like misusing your power, or like where are you getting all of your power from. Some people are, when they hear your name, they're just like, okay, where do they get their power from? Or they're like, you could have a lot of occult knowledge. Where do they get this knowledge from? Or where do they get these powers from? Like, you have some people like being sus about you, okay, and about like your intentions and stuff. And then we got the Companion, but this was in reverse too. So betrayal by misusing confidences of personal identity. Some people would say that, like, and I think these are, again, like people that are like really jealous of you, because I don't know why you got so many haters and jealous people around you, but damn. I think it's because they are really wanting to be like you, to emulate your energy you're emanating. Because some people feel like betrayed by you for just you being you, and you're celebrating you. This could have been like a friend that's like, when they hear your name, they think about like that you're not their friend anymore, or like they may have accused you of trying to take their identity. Because I'm getting that here too with these two women. They seem so close, right? But then in the shadow aspect, it's like there's a divide. So this is this is like somebody in their feminine energy. This could be very feminine male, or literally a woman who is that you've split from, okay? You may have walked away from this person. It could have been a friend or a family member, and this person, and you were pretty close, right? But when this person hears your name, they get kind of bitter, okay? Because they couldn't be like you. I feel like this person may have tried to like take some of your personality traits and emulate them, and like they tried to be so much like you, and this is what caused this bitter divide. This is what caused them to like act out. This person was really acting out maybe for many years. This could have been a really, I don't want to like trigger anybody, but I'm seeing like a really jealous mother. This could have been somebody's very jealous mother, okay? All right. Spirit, what else can you tell us? What do people think when they hear my pile one's name? All right, I told you this was going to be honest, guys. But remember, this is just what other people think, okay? And I know this is a mix for my pile one. But if it's too much honesty, I understand, okay? What are people thinking about my pile one when they hear the name? Oh, wow. Okay, these ones came like flying out. Comfort zone, self-care, and ace, earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So some people, when they think about you, they're like, you know, dang, pile one has their ish together. They really take good care of themselves. You're really finding yourself. You're in your comfort area. You're in your comfort zone. Like, you're finding comfort in your own skin, you know, and a lot of people are singing your praises about this, especially those who are closest to you. You may only have like a few close friends, you know, or maybe you only have like a very small circle. And you know what, if that is the case, that's okay. I always say, if you have at least one good friend in your life, that's enough. That's better than 5 enemies. You know, but people like you, my pile one, you can't help but go around and make enemies, because like I said, these are hidden enemies. They're not going to come right out and tell you like, I hate you. What they're going to do is just like disappear, and they're going to be secretly like jealous of you. That's what's really coming through here. But it's because you know who you are. You're comfortable in your own skin. You're very beautiful naturally. You take good care of yourself, and you don't mind spending money on yourself. You know, you're not one of those people that's just going to put all your money in a bank and never ever allow yourself to buy anything for yourself. You treat yourself, you know, you may get a manicure or you may get a pedicure. Maybe you go to the salon and like get your hair blown out or styled or whatever. Or you don't mind, like, you know, it doesn't have to be necessarily spending money on yourself, but like going to bed at a good time and like meditating and you know, getting in touch with your inner self and all of that. You don't neglect yourself. So, people, when they, you know, when they hear your name, they think of you like that. So like I said, it's a real divide. All right. Some people may even say that you're selfish because you buy yourself this or you buy yourself that. Like, some people who have really, really low self-esteem will never buy themselves anything. Growing up, I knew somebody like that who would never ever buy themselves anything. It was like they were self-effacing and so self-sacrificing that they never ever bought themselves anything. They were always buying things for other people, but they wouldn't buy anything for themselves. Yeah, I had a friend like that who was just like, it's so self-effacing. It's like, it's almost wrong. It's good to think about other people, but it's almost like an injustice to yourself not to think of yourself too. You know what I mean? You got to have that self-love. But some people think it's wrong to love yourself. But my pal, one, you're loving yourself and people are having mixed feelings about it. Okay, it's going to trigger some people and other people are going to celebrate that you're loving yourself. You've moved on, okay? Thank you, Spirit, for that. Some people, when they hear your name, they're like, dang, pal one's moved on, you know? They're growing. They don't need me anymore. I just heard. They're doing their own thing. You know, they've got a life of their own. They've got their own family now or whatever. They've got a new friend group or they're okay on their own, you know. You're just doing your thing. And that's what people are thinking when they hear your name. I just heard, I hope they're doing well. So there's some people from your past that actually hope you're doing well and they miss talking to you. You're a non-judgmental person. And so, yeah, you're very fair. You know, the Six of Pentacles really reminds me of that kind of nature because it's about giving and receiving. And in the Rider-Waite, it's about the same concept, but the picture is that of like two beggars and then somebody like giving money to the beggars, and then, yeah. And it's about being able to be in a position of giving and receiving. So when people hear your name, like I said, like they just think that most people think you're really, really generous. People think that you have many gifts, and that could be psychic gifts, okay? With the High Priestess, she's all about, you know, being psychic, being intuitive, being in touch with your gifts, your natural, divine birthright. And I think that that's one of the reasons people get jealous of you, is because you have a natural, God-given birthright, that you are psychic, that you are really in tune with the divine. And some people have lost their way, or they just don't know how to make contact with the divine. And it seems like you're just very, like, natural at it, always connected. You're authentic. Some people would say you're delusional. And somebody's crying over you. So I'm venturing to say that it's the people that are crying over you right now because you're not in their life. They're the ones saying you're delusional because they're like, oh, you know what? They're interpreting it wrong, by the way. But they're like, oh, they moved on because, you know, and they tell themselves so many lies. I'm just going to say that. Because you're delusional. You couldn't see the truth. You couldn't see all I did for you. I'm hearing somebody trying to like guilt trip you. I don't want to stay in that energy, but yeah, there's somebody who is crying over you saying that you're the delusional one, which is just not even true. A lot of people are, when they hear your name, they're curious about you. They want to know, like, what, like, who are you? They want to know more about you, but they may not have, like, the gumption to come up to actually have a conversation with you. A lot of people, when they hear your name, they think you've reached your tolerance level, so you're good at your cutoff game, you're cutting off negative people, and some people are celebrating that about you. They're like, yes, you know, you go, you take care of you, you do you. And other people are like, oh man, they cut people out too much, you know. Wow. Some people are really, really surprised at how much your business is taking off. If you have, like, let's say you're a self-starter and you own your own business, or you have a YouTube channel or TikTok or anything like that, that would be considered your own business. Some people are really shocked that your business is taking off, and when they think about your name, that's all they can think of is like dollar signs, like cha-ching, cha-ching. You're making money. I have a feeling that's why this came out, because the Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus are earth signs, which is all about those pentacles, all about the Benjamins. Some people think that when they hear your name, they're like, dang, they were meant for fame or like wealth or something. They're gonna be raking in the big bucks. That's what people think about you, that you're a winner, because I just heard that. Winner, winner. Yep. People are thinking about that about you. People are surprised that you seem to have total control of your emotions. They try to ruffle your feathers and you just like, you don't let it get to you. It might bother you a little bit, but you don't show it. You know how to rise above stuff. So when people hear your name, sometimes people are like, dang, that's the kind of person that has a strength that's very lasting. The strength that never softens. You're the kind of person that like, you can just get through anything. You're so resilient, and you don't let your emotions like dictate to you how how you're gonna act or anything like that. You're very in control of your emotions. Like some people, I have to laugh at some people, like how they get so carried away. They'll be like so in their emotions about things that they act stupid without even thinking about it. Like sending an email, that's like really heated or something. It's so unprofessional. And yeah, even I have to admit, as a tarot reader, I've gotten like emails from other tarot readers that are heated, that are like people that are actually upset, projecting some shit onto me. It's just ridiculous. I'm not going to go into that because this is not about me, but I'm just saying it's that type of petty energy where they like, people can't control or contain themselves because they don't have the emotional quotient or the emotional maturity. So yeah, but when people think of you, when they hear your name, they definitely are thinking all super positive things. You know how to control your emotions. You're not somebody who's going to go off at people or like make a fool of yourself by sending out an email or making an embarrassing post and like just making yourself look like silly or like very immature. Yeah. So I don't know if you're like an old soul or you just have been through so much petty BS that you just don't care. You've dealt with a lot of people that are difficult and you're just like, whatever, I'm not going to let it get to me. And that like sometimes non-action is the best thing to do. So I mean, I like that. I like all the things that I'm seeing because it's very positive so far. I also want to do these. I'm going to do spirit talk too. I was really led to do spirit talk to get a lot of details about different things, whatever spirit wants to come through about what people, are saying about you or thinking about you when they hear your name. Okay. All right, so spirit, what are people really, thinking about my pile one when they hear their name? Okay. Sorry, just let me, I'm going to put these here, but then I'm just going to like clean these up. This is a mess right now. And I don't want it. I don't like messes. So I'm just going to clean this area up and then I will reveal what the stickers say. Okay. So we've got Crocs and socks. So people are commenting about your quirky sense of style. So, dude. Oh my gosh. Some people think you have a really cool attitude. Some people think you're a shark. Some people think you're feisty like a shark and they're just like, watch out. This person's gonna like, some people, that's why they're like saying you're delusional and all this, and they're the ones actually projecting that onto you. They think you're a shark. You're actually not a shark. They're the sharks and they're projecting that onto you. So yeah, some people are saying that like you're a shark. You're actually very, very open, very loving, and everything that the water essence embodies, just go with the flow. And it doesn't mean that you never get mad. Okay, I'm not saying that, but or you never get upset, but you know how to handle yourself. Subdued. I think that just is like another way of saying what's up, you know? Like, you're just the kind of person that'll say hi to anybody. When people think of you, when they hear your name, they're like, oh, that's somebody who just is friendly. They say hi to everybody, even people you don't know. No bad vibes. Look at that. Yep. Many people, when they hear your name, they're like, that's the kind of person that has literally no bad vibes. They're just really super cool. We got the hang 10 symbol. I love the Crocs and socks. Many years ago when Crocs first came out, I used to wear Crocs a lot. So maybe you are the type of person that either wears Crocs with socks, and people are talking about it, or they're talking about like your quirky sense of style. It's quirky, it's unique, it's one of a kind. People are saying if you're a coffee drinker, like, watch out, don't mess with pile 1 until they've had their coffee. Okay. Some people could also think that you're kind of hyper, okay? Especially after you've drank your coffee. Or that you're very energetic. So take that how it resonates. What else, Spirit? What else are people thinking when they hear my pile 1's voice? Or not voice. When they hear your name being mentioned. Yeah, like, you're a fair person. Like, you know, earlier we had the 6, was it 6 of coins? Where, yeah, it's like you're giving, you're receiving, and you're very well balanced. But some people that you've ended it with, because that always reminds me of the Tower, are saying that you're not fair. You're not a fair person. Like, you didn't think it through, you just cut them off. Some people say you're the black sheep of your family. And other people see you as somebody who is almost like sweet and innocent, like a sheep, pure as the driven snow. And with this abacus here, many people, when they hear your name, they think that you're a very calculating person. You must tend to think a lot before you act. So, and you're very smart. It's kind of this, in a way, people may not really want to mess with you because you're very intelligent and they don't know what you might do, okay? You have your ways about you that people may fear, okay? I'm just gonna say that and leave it at that. But yeah, you are very otherworldly and you're very, very protected. So yeah, I really do think that people don't really want to mess with you. So that's coming through. Let me go ahead and draw the letter tiles. I'm just gonna set these out, and that way you'll be able to see like maybe your initials in here. I'm also gonna roll the astro dice, and then I'll do the spirit talk where I'll get more details about what people are really thinking about you when they hear your name being mentioned. Okay. I was hearing Ray-Ban. I think that's like a sunglasses company. Maybe you like to wear sunglasses a lot, or like it's that whole thing where like some people think that you're cooler than them. It's like that song. That song came through like in a couple weeks ago in a reading. It's that you think you're cooler than me. You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around like you're cooler than me. It's by Mike Posner. So some people would say that like when they hear your name, they would be thinking that, you know, you think you're so cool, or that you are a cool person. You could like to shop for very expensive clothes at like outlets, or even I don't know, somehow like get them cheaper and get good deals. You're good at getting deals. You're very resourceful. I'm hearing a word, but I don't know what it means. It's called urbane. I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to look it up. So let me pause the video and I will look up urbane and I will let you know what that means. Okay. Okay, that's so interesting. So urbane means courteous and refined in your nature. high cultivation and poise, coming from wide social experience, an urbane traveler. Okay, that's pretty cool. So thank you for bringing that through, Spirit. So that's what people think about you when they hear your name, is that you're very, like, almost like cultured or sophisticated. So interesting. High class. I just heard that. Some people think that you're high class, or that they may even think, some people may think you're too good. Okay. They may, pedestalize you, and some people just think you're too good. And therefore some people just may not even want to, like, approach you. You may kind of, that may be another reason too why you have few friends. People are afraid to approach you. Some people are intimidated by your presence, and they don't feel they measure up to you. I was just hearing this, but like some people may think that you're like extra. I don't know why people would think that. It's just that it's because they are very, like I said, like, intimidated. There could be somebody here who's thinking this, that actually, like, takes POT. Okay, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get penalized on YouTube for saying anything, but there could be somebody who uses POT. All right. And that energy goes both ways, so that could be you or this person, but I'm getting strongly that this could be like a person who you're no longer talking to, that is thinking some of these negative things about you. This person, like, maybe once you stopped talking to them, they started using that, you know, POT, as a way to cope with the fact that you're not in their life. This person, whoever this is like very stressed out about it. And you could see their name in the tile. That's the thing. You could see specific people that you were thinking of during this reading in the tiles, or their initials, you know, as I was speaking. Or you could see your own initials in here, or your own name, first, middle, or last. I think some of you could be from Idaho, Japan. I don't know. Some of you could be editors, because I'm saying fix. Okay, some people also, they're addicted to you. That is coming through, like, you know how some people may want to have a fix, or get a fix, or become fixated on you. I think that that's a big clue that you have an addictive type of energy about you, and when people can't have you, they twist things. They twist their stories and stuff about you, and they make up stories in their mind about you to make themselves feel all better, and it's kind of ridiculous. I'm gonna see how else, like, what do people think, or how are they feeling when they hear your name. All right, so this is how people feel when they hear your name. No. Some people are like, no, I can't stand. I don't want to think about this person. I don't want to. It's hard for people, especially if you've let them go. Some of them, they don't want to even hear your name. It's hard for them. They may hear your name on a commercial, and it's not even somebody talking about you. Or it could be somebody, a mutual friend, talking about you, and they're like, no, I don't want to talk about this person. Okay? It was so embarrassing. Something might have happened between you and this person, or these people, that was embarrassing for this person, and they don't want to talk about it because they're embarrassed of their actions. They know they're in the wrong. I mean, it is embarrassing to make a fool of yourself. And this person definitely did that. Somebody from your past. Or somebody who's extremely jealous of you. Good as gold. I think there's other people that support you that are like, you know what? Pawan is good as gold. They're cool. They're good with me. You're not good with, like, everybody. You're not going to just be best friends with somebody who treats you wrong, but you're the kind of person that, like, pretty much you're good to everybody, especially if they're good to you. You're going to be good to them. We have happy as a clam. A lot of people just think you're happy-go-lucky. Like, you know, you're happy-go-lucky, happy as a clam. You just go with the flow. No rain, no rainbow. You know, things happen. That's just your attitude. You're just like, yeah, well, shit happens. Or in life, a little shit must fall, you know. It's just how it is. Brave as a lion. Some people, yeah, when they hear your name, they think you're brave for everything you've gone through. and that you're very peaceful. Actually, a lot of people think you're very peaceful, and you have a soothing voice too. So interesting. All right. I just heard too that a lot of people think you're very articulate, and that came right from Spirit. Now, what I'm going to do is do Spirit Talk, where I'm going to be channeling Spirit, all right? And I'll be writing down, filling up this whole page with messages for you. Some of it will resonate and some of it won't, but some of it might be hints and clues about you, or it may be meant for someone else, like a location or a job. And once in a while, I may have a name come up. I'm not intending to do names today for this, but yeah, I will definitely allow Spirit to bring through whatever comes through. So this is basically going to be hints and clues about you as a person, and also anything Spirit wants to bring through about the topic at hand, about what do people think when they hear your name. All right. I was hearing like you're like a mama bear, you're protective. When people hear your name, they think you're very protective. If you have children, people think you're very protective of your children. You would not let anyone mess with your children, so people don't want to mess with you. Again, is that like lioness? I'm seeing like a beautiful lioness in my mind. A lot of people think you're very courteous. I was hearing that. A lot of people think you're really, really courteous, strong. Some people would say when they hear your name, they think you're sassy. Okay. I was hearing the name Rita, so I had to bring that through. And I was hearing Linda and Lindsay. All right. Somebody here could be from Jordan, China, or Chinatown. I was even hearing Pawpaw. I don't know what that is. I was hearing Pawpaw, so that could be like, I have no clue. Let me look that up, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, that is actually, there's two things. There's a Pawpaw that's a Native American tribe, so you could be Native American, okay? Also, a pawpaw is some kind of plant or type of fruit or something like that. Interesting. Let me see what the properties are or what this is. Pawpaw fruits are from southern Ontario, the eastern United States, Canada, and they produce a large yellow, greenish, brownish fruit. Interesting. So there's also pawpaws that you can take as like it has some kind of natural benefit. So I want to see, maybe some of you are taking pawpaw for its benefits. If so, please drop a comment, because that's you that Spirit is bringing this message through for. It's an antioxidant. It also acts as an anti-inflammatory. So it actually can help with people that have diabetes, and it lowers blood pressure, and it helps if people have like heart disease, or it lowers your risk of heart disease, cancer, and it can improve blood sugar. Interesting. So yeah, let me know if that's you or someone you know who's taking pawpaw extract or pills or whatever. That's so interesting. Okay, what else, Spirit? I heard that like some people think that I was hearing Rico Suave, some people think you're very, very sensual in your nature, and some people may think that you're looking for attention because of the way you dress or whatever, but you're just looking very good. And I just heard scrumptious, actually. And it's not anything that you're doing to try to steal somebody's man or somebody's woman or somebody's person. It's just that that's who you are, okay? That's your nature. You were blessed with this, okay, from birth, a natural, beautiful grace about you. Grace and face, I just heard. So beautiful grace about you, a beautiful face about you. Spirit likes to put rhymes in there sometimes, and I think it's so cute. Some of you like to go to the casino or gamble, okay, because that is coming through. I was seeing Lucky 777. Some of you like those scratch-off tickets. Some of you, maybe, you know, you recently won on a scratch-off ticket. I know that sounds random, but I always bring through whatever spirit says to me during this time. Okay, this channeling time. This is called automatic writing. I heard Penn State. Some of you could have studied there, or you're planning to, or you could live near Penn State. I don't know where that is. But yeah, you'll know if you're from that area. Some of you like to do aerobics. Some of you could teach aerobics or cardio. Some of you may like to do Zumba, because that's coming through. Or you could teach Zumba. You could be a Zumba instructor. Okay? Some of you are heavily into fitness. That is coming through, and you have quite a nice body, and your body does look good, and it does tend to get people talking. Okay? Talking about your physique and how you look great. Okay? And others of you don't really work out, but you still look good. So people are talking about you either way, about your body. Some of you, you're an expert at something. I'm not sure what. It's going to just vary from person to person, but I'm definitely seeing that some of you are experts in your field. Okay? You're very good at what you do. And people do talk about that when they hear your name. People think about that you're an expert at what you're doing. And you're a hard worker too. You work your tail off. I just heard if you are a feminine, you look stunning in dresses and heels. Okay? When you do this, if you're a feminine that likes to get all dolled up, some of you may be feminines that don't want to get dolled up, and that's okay too. You still look just absolutely gorgeous. And people do talk about your beauty. Some of you have freckles. Some of you have freckles on your cheeks. And people are talking about that, how cute that is. Somebody here could like to put some kind of heart. Draw a heart on their body. I don't know, I'm just seeing like somebody like putting, like literally like taking a magic marker and like drawing a heart on their body or something. So if that's you, please let me know in the comments. Or just drawing on yourself with like a magic marker. Okay. Yeah, people talk about you and people think about you. I think that you are somebody who's like, you know, heavily talked about. Heavily talked about. You could be popular. I was hearing that some of you are popular or very well liked, well known. I'll say well known because, like I said, people either love you or they hate you. Okay. Some people think of you, when they hear your name, they think of you as an ideal romantic partner. They think, wow, you would be a really ideal romantic partner. I just heard like a true beauty. People think you're a true beauty because you're not fake. You're real. You're the real deal. I just heard heartbreaker. Some people think you have heartbreaker energy because, like I said earlier, they get addicted to you. They feel addicted to you and they can't all have you. So therefore, some people get heartbroken over the fact that they can't have you. But that does happen when you have like a nice personality, when you have the physique and the sensuality that you have in combination. It can be very intimidated, but yet draw some people in. And people get hooked on it. People get hooked on your energy. And so when they think about you, they think, dang, that's an ideal romantic partner. You could have a lot of people that when they hear your name, they just start going into a daydream about all the things they would like want to do with you on a date. And yeah. Well, and this is not an 18 plus reading, so I can't get into that aspect. But yeah, there's a lot of people that do really like you. I'll just say that, okay? And it's not just your body, but there's a lot about your body that people like to think about. Thanks so much, my pal one, for being here. I hope you really enjoyed today's reading. And remember, if you like my vibe, you can subscribe and be part of this awesome community. I would love to have you be here. Thanks to all my returning subscribers. I love you all so much. It means the world to me that you always tune in and watch my videos, and that you've subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. And also, I wanted to say a special thank you to all of my Patreon members, and all of my channel members. Thank you so much for being part of that community. Wow, I feel the love from you all so much, and it's like a dream come true. Alright, so if you'd like a personal reading, please look in my description box below, and you can get a personal reading with me at very affordable prices. So go ahead and check that out, and send me an email and let me know if you'd like a personal reading, or you can make a payment and then send me an email. Either way. If you would like to become part of my Patreon, you can do that. You can go right to the link to my Patreon in my description box below, and it'll take you right on over there. Just a little caveat, those are 18 plus uncensored readings, so only join if you like those types of readings, okay? It's a lot of fun, but yes, they are a little bit naughty. All right, so those are 18 plus love readings. Also, I wanted to say that this is never expected, but always appreciated. If you would like to donate to my channel, it would truly be appreciated. It helps me to buy things for the channel, such as tarot cards and oracle cards and candles and all kinds of things, because I always want to keep this channel fun for you all. I like changing things up. I like getting new cards. It's just fun. I'm like a kid in the candy store when I see tarot cards. I get excited. So anyways, and I love to share that with you all so much. So if you feel like donating, there's ways you can find out how to do that in my description box below. But like I said, it's never expected, but always appreciated. Much love to you all. Stay beautiful and blessed. And feel free to watch however many piles you were drawn to. And until next time, bye. Hello and welcome to pile 2. If you chose the Dalmatian, Jasper, or image 2, you're in the right place for today's pick a card. This is going to be all about the good, the bad, and the ugly, what people are thinking, really thinking, when they hear your name. This is basically including everybody, so I mean, it's going to be kind of like whatever. It's going to be a very honest reflection of what people are thinking when they hear your name. So if you're not up for that type of reading, you may not want to watch this one, and that's okay. Okay, because this is an honest reflection of what people are thinking when they hear your name. Okay, so it's going to probably be a mixed bag. Maybe not, okay, but I would say in most people's cases, it would be a mixed bag, okay, because sometimes we have friends, and sometimes we have enemies, and sometimes we have frenemies, or just people from the past who, you know, maybe we don't talk to anymore, and there could be, with some people, water under the bridge, or it just depends. There's all kinds of people and all kinds of circumstances, so I just wanted to put that out there. Let me clear the energy and contact Spirit real quick. Spirit, please be with me now and help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to my Pile 2 collective all about the question at hand. And Spirit, please speak through me as you always do. Okay, so this is going to be a very honest reading. If you're not prepared for that type of reading, that's okay. You don't have to watch it. If you want to know what people think when they hear your name being mentioned, then stay tuned, and I hope that you will enjoy this very interesting reading. We have the Knight of Cups, okay, which is good. I think that people see you when they, okay, in their minds, when they hear your name, they're like, oh, so-and-so is very, very loving. You always are somebody that has interesting things to say, thought-provoking. You talk about interesting topics, okay? You could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but not necessarily. Also, people see that, like, you're a self-starter. You don't you're brave, you don't mind initiating things. So like people have a lot of respect when they hear your name. They're like, oh, I respect that person because you're very brave. Oh, wow. Some of you, when people hear your name, they think of all the success you've had, and they're just like, dang. They're almost like a little bit like, well, very respectful of you. Some might be jealous, okay? I'm just kind of getting that, like, you know, like a spiritual download that you make some people jealous of your success. Wow, Ace of Swords. So, this is, if you were drawn to pile one, there may be some messages in there. So far, this is a little bit similar. But yeah, with the Ace of Swords, some people see you as being really, really good at your cutoff game and like cutting off people. You could have cut off friends or family members or something in your past. And people may just kind of like when they hear your name, they think about stuff like that, oh, you cut off so-and-so, or maybe you cut off a Scorpio or a Pisces or Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person. All right. And some people may be thinking about that when they hear your name. Yeah, some people may say that like you're a little bit defensive, or you have your guard up, or you don't easily trust people, so they wish you'd let them in. There's somebody who really wants your attention is what I'm getting. Like there's somebody who you might have excluded from your life that wants back in, or like it doesn't mean you have to let them in. I'm just saying like when they hear your name, they're like missing you or thinking that you cut them off, and that you're very defensive. Three of Swords, yeah, heartbreaker type of energy. And Temperance, when people hear your name, they think a couple things. Some people think that you bring balance to their life, and other people think you throw them off their game. You throw them off their A game. You throw them off their elements. They don't know what to do. Some people feel like, I'm seeing an image of like an ice skating rink and somebody who like falls on their butt and they can't get up and they're just scrambling. I feel like sometimes when they hear your name, when people hear your name, they feel like that, like they're scrambling on ice. They can't get their bearings. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to be using the Carolyn Mace cards here too to see what else I can get. Whoa. Okay, we got the Angel in reverse. Show the I can't talk. Shadow attribute, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others. Falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Some people, they may say that like you are pretending to be psychic or something like that because they're jealous of your true gifts. Okay? You could be like a tarot reader, okay? And people actually, a lot of people trust you. And there's some people who, when they hear your name, they're just like, oh, that person, they're not really in touch. They're just, I don't know what they think. They think that you're like making it up or something, which is not true. And we have God in reverse. So despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. So some people might say that like you're misusing power. This is so crazy. This is so much like Pile 1. I swear, if you were drawn to Pile 1 in any way, shape, or form, please watch Pile 1. But yeah, you could be like somehow very revered by some people and very hated by other people because people are jealous of your gifts, your spiritual gifts, and otherwise your entrepreneur skills. The fact that like maybe you pulled yourself up by your own bootstraps. You've done all this for yourself. You don't get handouts, okay? You've done a lot for yourself, and when people hear your name, they get a little jealous. I know that. There's some people who have mad respect for you, but there's some people who get mad jealous. Angry and jealous. Spirit, what else do people think of my Pile 2 when they hear their name? They think that, wow, you know, you've changed. They think that you've changed from the person that you used to be. Let's say, for instance, I'm seeing the, like if you are an online person, let's say you're an online tarot reader, or you have a channel of your own, or you're on TikTok or something like that, or you're in the media or some kind of public presence. A lot of people think you've changed from the beginning when you started this to now who you are now. And some people think that you've come into some kind of power, and they are a little suspicious, okay? Suspicious. About how you've changed. All of your gifts that you're coming into, they're like, I think that some people are so jealous and astounded by it that they're making shit up about you, being like, okay, this gift is not real. They're making it up. Because they can't wrap their minds around it. They can't wrap their head around your gifts and how much you've changed and transformed, as if we're not supposed to transform and change. I mean, that's what we're here to do, right? We're here as a species to grow and change and evolve. And if you don't grow and change and evolve, that means you're dead. Because if you're alive, you are meant to grow, change, and evolve. And I think there's some people who feel dead on the inside because they can't grow and change and evolve. And those people are the ones that when they hear your name, they're just like, ugh. And they shudder at all the positive changes that you have made. Look at the beautiful butterfly. But these changes have not come easy to you. I can't help but notice like the red and the blue paint, which reminds me of like hot and cold temperatures. I feel like you've been through a lot. You've taken a lot, okay, energetically from people. And even if you're not somebody in the spotlight, that doesn't matter. This could be in your own community that you're getting, flack from people. But you've gone through a lot, and you know that people talk about you behind your back, and you know that energetically you get spiritual attacks and all that, and you know damn well you're protected. So, and I claim that for you too, that you are very protected, my pal too. So ignore these people that accuse you, even if it's not to your face. Like, I feel like you energetically can pick up on people that are thinking like negative thoughts about you. Like, you're very, very perceptive and very, very truly psychic. There's some people on YouTube that are so-called psychics that are not real psychics. There's some people in your community that would say they're psychics that are not real psychics. And you are good. You have like kind of like an internal litmus test for people. Like, you can kind of test people in a way. You're good at being able to tell, like, does this person really have a gift or not? Because you have an authentic gift. And you sometimes are hated for it. And when people hear your name, that's what I'm really getting, is like, oh, some people, they think they tell themselves that you're fake because maybe you're saying truths, and that people don't want to hear it. Okay? People don't want to hear it. You get messages in your dreams. See, you're very psychic. That's what I mean, my pal too. You are very psychic. You get downloads from spirit, and you get messages in your dreams. And some people, they can't handle it. Okay, they can't handle how in touch with you are with the divine. It drives people crazy. And then they start, like, when they hear your name, they're like, either they're fascinated by it or they're repulsed by it, because they feel like either bored or like, what's wrong with me? You know what I mean? Like, that kind of, it provokes things in people where they're thinking or comparing themselves to you. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air signs. You could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or this is just like an energy that people kind of, see in you. And they could be very intimidated by your intelligence. When they hear your name, they're like, wow, that person is very intelligent. But I think it does intimidate a lot of people. You have, I think you could have a very beautiful long neck, or something very graceful about or elegant about the way your neck looks. And you could have like nice long hands. I don't know, just, this is not going to be for everybody, but for those of you who have like the nice long hands or the long neck or like kind of a lean look, there's a lot of people that admire that look about you. I don't know why people would be doing this, but they may be thinking, when they hear your name, they could be thinking that you, I don't know, they could be kind of poking their nose in your business about what you're eating or what you're drinking or what you're consuming. There's a lot of weird people out there, okay? My Pile 2 collective, there's a lot of weird people that would poke their nose into your business where it doesn't belong, quite frankly. And they see that, like, some of you could be losing weight, and they're like, oh, how are they losing weight? Are they doing that naturally, or are they using, are they cheating, or, you know what I mean? Like, if that's going on with you, know that people are thinking that when they hear your name, like, oh, they're taking that weight loss shot, or, oh, they're taking a pill, you know what I mean? And maybe you are, or maybe you aren't, but, like, some people may be attributing your weight loss or, like, your newfound glow or whatever to something, a pill you're taking or something like that, or you know, or like if your hair looks better than ever, some people may be like, oh, she's wearing a wig, or like she's got extensions. Like, I don't know, some people just may not think that you're like authentic, because if you are, you're almost too perfect and they can't handle it. Twin flame energy, 1111. People fall in love with you fast and hard, and they feel consumed. See all the fire and all the flames and all that? People feel consumed. Some people, when they think about when they hear your name, they think of that, you know, maybe they're thinking or poking their nose in your romantic life, like wondering, they may be wondering if you have somebody, or poking their nose in your business saying, oh, they just broke up with so and so, or you know, whatever. They're like, people are interested in your love life for whatever reason. We've got action and beginnings and regret and repression. That's crazy. At the bottom of the deck, this is crazy. We have self-love, which we had in pile 1. So if you weren't convinced that pile 1 was probably for you too, that's just like, you know, I'm convinced. I think that you should definitely watch pile 1 if you, and I like never say that, but I think you definitely should if you have the time, if you're curious, because there could be some messages in there for you. I'm not kidding. Like, there's so many, and I cleared the cards. Like, I actually, after I use cards from like a reading, I put them aside, you know, because I don't want to reuse cards, you know, because I don't want to reuse energies. And then I light sage in between, and I say, you know, different connection prayers and cleanse the area. And I even use this spray to cleanse the energies and all that. And it's like, you know, still, okay, these messages are coming through again, but, well, it is what it is. You got people that when they hear your name, they just feel nothing but regret for the way they acted, and that they never told you something. I just heard mum's the word. There's quite a few people here, I would say at least 2 to 3, that never got to tell you something, and they regret it because they repressed it. They never got to say or speak their piece. Action. Some people, when they hear your name, they think that, like, you're quick to action. You may be impulsive. Some people think that you're very impulsive. Okay, now I want to use some of these little stickers and see what else. So, Spirit, what else are people thinking when they hear my pile 2's name? I don't know why I was hearing like an S name. Your name could literally start with an S first or last, because I was hearing the S name or have an S in it. Anyways, it doesn't have to, but that was just coming through for somebody. I'm just going to put these aside, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and turn these over. I don't like to have the workspace look messy. Okay. We've got no thank you. I'm hearing that thank you next by Ariana Grande. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's about the evolution of how much changing you've done. We got the ape here into like the Michael Jordan or whatever, the basketball player. But like, yeah, that's about evolution. So that speaks to your evolution. So thank you, Spirit, for confirming that. And then somebody's like, oh yeah, they cut me off. They said no thank you. Yeah, they're sad about it too. Country roads take me home. Somebody is thinking they want you to come home. That could be proverbially. You might have moved away. Some people may be thinking about that when they hear your name. Even if they hear your name on a, let's say somebody mentioned your first name, but it's just on a commercial or in a song or something. They think about you and they're like, I wish they'd come home. Maybe you moved away to a different country or a different city, or maybe you just took your energy away. But there's definitely some people that are sad when they hear your name. And others, they're reminded of the sweetness within you. And you may have a hard outer shell. You could even have a cancer in your chart. Cancer the crab. You could be highly like sensitive in the inside and sweet and have a hard outer shell. But you know, what's inside of you is all of these seeds of manifestation. So you're somebody who's a very powerful manifester, and because of the fact that you actually really are a good person, you're very blessed, and your manifestations tend to come true. So, and I claim that for you too, that your manifestations will come true, that you want to come true, as long as they are in alignment with your highest good and the good of others. And that is how manifestation works. And I think that that's why your manifestations are working and people are talking about it, because you always think of like the highest good of yourself and other people. You're not like a bad person. You know what I mean? Spirit, tell me more. You're magnetic as hell. I was hearing magnetic as F, but I never really say the F word on this channel. The mask. The mask we wear, I just heard. Some people, when they hear your name, they're like, oh, that person is not being real, or whatever, you know, like some people, they may just have their suspicions that you have a hidden side or something, some secrets that you hide. Some people say you're a wonderful teacher, spiritual teacher or otherwise. Some people say you're like a poison, because we have the apple, which is always reminds me of the evil woman in that Sleeping Beauty, that she gave the old woman, she gave Sleeping Beauty that bad apple, okay, and she tricked her. Some people may say that you're cunning or a trickster because they misunderstand you. Let's see what other messages come through, Spirit. What else? When people hear their name, what are they really thinking? Oh my gosh, I cannot make this up, my pal too. What? For real? Out of all these cards, and look, you're magnetic. See, so Spirit is at work here, my pal too. Spirit is at work. Thank you, Spirit. I have chills. What else are people saying about my pal two collective behind their back, or what are they thinking about them when they hear their name? That you have a very youthful spirit. You're young at heart. A lot of people want to be like you. You keep your nose clean. Some people think you're a goody-goody, or you like never can do any wrong. Okay, some people, when they think about you, they think, oh, you're such a do-gooder. Some people, like, they think you have two sides to you. Like, one side, people may see that, like, oh, you're very daring, you like to do bold things. Other people may think you're shy or a goody-goody. It's just how you present yourself in the world to different people in different situations. People may think differently when they hear your name. People do, in general, think that you're very intelligent when they hear your name, and that you're wealthy. Some people may think that you're wealthy. Yeah, when they hear your name, they kind of associate that with coins, okay, with you making the big bucks. Clout hungry. Some people, like, yeah, you could be famous or in the spotlight. Some people may, when they think about you, they think, oh, you just want to be popular, or you just want to, like, you may be name dropping or something. They may think that you want to be famous. Somebody wants back into your life. I can't make this up. I can't. So, wow. Somebody wants back into your life. Remember that one sticker I had that said something about find your way home or something like that? Somebody wants back into your life. It doesn't mean you have to take them back, of course. It never means that. If that comes through, that's always your free will and choice. But somebody wants back in your life. Then they think about you. When they hear your name, they think about that. People are getting tarot readings done on you, but they're blocked. So they're mad. People are getting mad because they're trying to get readings, done on you, get information about you, about, your private thoughts and how you think and all that, and they're blocked. They're being blocked. They can't get any good messages, okay? So they always, they're thinking about that when they hear your name. They're just getting upset because they can't, you may have this person blocked energetically. They can't get to you. Nobody can put evil eyes on you, so nobody can, like, harm you, and it's aggravating somebody. It's irritating somebody. Let's go ahead and see, like, how you're making people feel when they think about you. Wow, that seems to be a lot, but that's okay. That's what wanted to come out. How are people thinking about you? We've got deep like the ocean. People, when they think about you and they hear your name, they think, damn, pile 2 is deep like the ocean. You can be cold as ice. Some people think you're cold as ice, the way you can cut people off if you want to. People who aren't treating you right. Busy as a bee. Some people think you are super busy. You always have something interesting going on. And you're a hard worker. You're sweet like candy. Yeah, see, the watermelon came out earlier. You're very much a sweetheart. And people that really know you, they know that you're a sweetheart. But you may present like a cold exterior or a hard exterior to the world. But people who really know you, when they think of you, they're like, aw, pile 2, they're just sweet. They're a sweetheart. Blowing off steam. So some people think you have an anger issue, okay, and that you like to blow off steam. Hot water. In hot water, some people think that, yeah, you're like looking just to see, like you're a fault finder, okay? Some people think that. And embarrassed. Some people may think that like you get embarrassed easily, or you like to embarrass other people. I don't know. You like to make like an example of other people who act silly, or call people out for acting silly. Okay? Maybe you like to call people out. I don't know. Some people need to be called out, I'm just going to say. But, you know, it's the more mature thing to do, the way I see it, is to just rise above things, petty things. But sometimes it's necessary to call things out. It just depends on the situation, right? But yeah, some people might think about you when they hear your name. They're like, oh, that person they're not afraid to call people out. And that's okay too. It just depends on how you look at it. There's many ways of looking at it. All right, now I'm going to get into channeling. Okay, I'm going to be doing spirit talk as well. I'm going to be putting these here, and I'd like you to look for your first, middle, or last name, or your initials. These are extra confirmations that this pile is meant for you. You could even see the names in here of people who might have come to mind during the reading. Yeah, we got eating here. So some people are, that's just like a confirmation that some people are wondering what you're eating or not eating, or if you're taking diet pills. Some people are nosing their business into your shit, and they don't need to be doing that. Some of you might have actually given up sugar. Some of you have given up all white foods. Sugar, flour. Some of you, I just heard this could be you. Some of you, I was hearing Fresco, so some of you could be artists. And I was also hearing San Francisco. So that could be where you're from. I was hearing Horatio. I don't really know what that is. But I was hearing Horatio. I may look that up because I'm curious about it. I was hearing like Chang Li. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's a name. Chang Li or Chung Li. Something like that. Horatio, though. That could be a name. Now that I'm thinking of it, that could be a name. I should look it up, though. Let me go ahead. I'm hearing the name Taj, too. Like Taj Mahal. So, yeah. That could be geographically, like, where you're from. Okay. I'm not even going to begin to guess geographically where that is, because I really suck at geography. I know it's one of the 7 wonders of the world, but I don't know where Taj Mahal is. I think maybe India. I don't know. That's how bad I am with geography and even history. I really suck at history too. Anyway, I'm going to look up Horatio because I'm really curious about that. if that's a name or significance. Okay. I was seeing Iran and Iraq in the tiles as well. Okay. Okay, so apparently Horatio is a mythological character, and Horatio is a member of one of the most powerful Fae families that ever lived. In ancient civilizations, he was worshipped by humans as the goddess Hera, or Hera, I don't know how to say that. But yeah, so there could be meaning in there for you, all right? I heard Wales and Brussels. You could be from that area. Wolfgang. I was hearing Wolfgang. That kind of reminds me of, like, that could be like a last name, but that kind of reminds me of, like, that you could really like, like classical music. You know, maybe you play a classical instrument like violin or cello or bass or something like that. Or you could be in an orchestra or something like that, or you really love classical music. Some of you could play the drums or are in a band. So I am seeing drums here. Some of you could be beekeepers. I'm seeing hive. And we had some busy as a bee or something like that. Something about bees could be important to you. Maybe you love bees. You could have like a screen name, something, something, bee or bee something. I don't know. Your nickname could be bee. Hero. Some people, when they think about you, they think that you're a hero. I was hearing Slavic. I'm not really sure what that is, but I was hearing Slavic. Some of you could be really into politics. You really like politics. Something about voters, voter registries. You could be a voter's advocate. I don't know what that means, but I was just hearing that from Spirit. Frita. I think that could be a name. Let's see what comes through with Spirit Talk. Okay, this is really weird. I was hearing Holy Mary. So some of you could be Catholics, or you pray to Mary, or you have some kind of love for Mother Mary. Okay, that was coming through. Some of you could be, I was hearing Guadalupe. Some of you may pray to Mary of Guadalupe. Okay, I think again, that's like another Catholic reference. Guadalupe is like something about Mexico. You could have Mexican heritage, or you could live in Mexico. Okay, or even like, I was hearing Mexico City. I don't know where that could be. Maybe that's in Mexico. I don't know. Also Texas. I don't know why, but oh gosh, this is really weird. But I was hearing Hooters. Somebody, maybe you worked at Hooters when you were young, or you do work at Hooters, or you got nice Hooters. I don't know. Maybe people, when they hear your name, they think that you have nice Hooters. Anyways, that's coming through. Rose or rose-colored glasses. When people, there's something here about roses and rose-colored glasses. So it could be that when people hear your name, they think, oh, so-and-so looks through rose-colored glasses. They always have such an optimistic point of view. Roses are also special. Sometimes in the like Catholic religion, roses can be, and I'm not saying I'm not Catholic, trust me, I'm not, but if you are, that's okay. But I just happen to know a lot about it. I know a little bit about a lot of things except geography. But yeah, roses in the Catholic faith are like, they can be a sign. Okay, there's a saint called Saint Teresa, the little flower, that gives you pink roses for a sign of different things. So maybe some of you have been waiting for a sign, and it's a pink rose. If so, this is your sign. Okay, there you go. All right. So if you pray or talk to or somehow are communion in communion with Saint Teresa, the little flower that is your sign, the pink rose, that your prayer will come true and be answered. Okay. I also heard Diego and San Diego. Okay. I heard Munson. That could be like a last name, Munson. Also, I was hearing Munster, Indiana. Some of you could be from Munster, Indiana. And also, I was hearing Illinois. Some of you could be from Illinois. Some of you could literally live near a mall, like an outlet mall or some kind of shopping mall. Some of you, this is not going to resonate with everybody, could like to frequent bookstores a lot or even live by a bookstore. I don't know why I was hearing tiger's eye. Tiger's eye. So there's something about that is like protective and intuitive properties and this and that. So it's very, you know, significant, proper. I was just looking at it here. Spirit brought my attention to my tiger's eye. So maybe some of you just recently like purchased some tiger's eye jewelry or something like that, or you're wearing it currently. Tiger's eye. If that is the case, know that those properties are working to protect you, to ground you, to make you feel more, grounded. Okay. And let that be a confirmation too from Spirit. Now, not all of this, like I said, is gonna resonate. Some of you are nail biters. So, or maybe you used to be a nail biter and you've stopped nail biting. But if that's you, you'll know. Some of you, like when people think about you, they tend to think that like you're somebody who really knows how to handle anxiety. Maybe you're no stranger to anxiety. You've dealt with it before. And you're somebody who, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but like you're really good in a mental health crisis situation with other people when other people are having like a mental health crisis. You're somebody who's there. You can be there for people who are going through hard stuff, and you're like a lighthouse, okay? Because I'm seeing like an image of like, kind of like a lighthouse, you know, shining out a light over like, you know, waves, and you really are like a lighthouse to people who are lost, okay? That's what's really coming through here, is that you're really good at helping people who feel lost. Maybe you act as a guide or a teacher or some kind of spiritual beacon, but you're definitely like a picture of hope. When many people hear your name, they think of that. I just heard the name Aloysius. So I think there's even a Saint Aloysius and Saint Francis Assisi and Xavier are coming through. Lots of saints. So maybe you're somebody who prays prays and that saints intercede in your daily life, or you're working with saints or angels, okay? Because I was hearing Raphael too. So you are a very spiritual group here. You could be praying to deities, angels, saints, that kind of thing. Even I was hearing Ra. Some of you are praying to or working with Ra, Isis. And Kali. Interesting. I was hearing Lilith as well. Some of you may be working with Lilith. Something about feminine powers or overcoming something having to do with feminine beauty or feminine, something. Rising above some kind of difficult situations. All right, some people, I do too think that like when people hear your name, they think that you are very spiritual, and like I think a lot of people like look up to you because of that. They do. They look up to you. I heard the name Tony. You've gone through a lot, because I'm hearing that song Walking on Broken Glass. And it also like reminds me of like I don't know who it is in the world, but there's some culture or something that actually walks on like hot stones or something like that. There's like a whole bunch of nails or hot stones or something, and they'll actually like walk across it, you know, very slowly or whatever, and it's like to test themselves. It's some kind of spiritual test. You've been tested, my pal, too, and you've passed your tests. But yeah, when people hear your name, they're like, wow, pile two's been tested, but look at them go now. You're on your way. You've already walked through that. That's behind you. It's in your past. And like hot coals, that's what I mean. Hot coals. It's like you went through a period of your life where you might have felt like you were walking on hot coals. But now when people think about you, they're like, wow, you've really risen above that. You know? Definitely like angelic traits and qualities that you possess. Because I'm seeing like the angel, little angel emoji. And that's about all I have. I could probably keep going for a long time with this, but I hope that you enjoyed. And don't forget, if you like my vibe, please hit subscribe and become part of this awesome community. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for being here. I truly love and appreciate all of you so much. And thank you for your love and support to all of my channel members and Patreon members. I do have a Patreon. It's for 18 plus uncensored readings. If you'd like more information on that, you can go to my description box below. There's a link to my Patreon where you can find all the information. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, I do offer those. And you can find information in my description box below for that as well. And if you would like to donate to my channel, it's never expected, but always appreciated. It helps me to buy tarot cards and oracle cards and candles and incense and different things like that to help the channel grow. Because I always like to get new cards and everything like that, because it keeps it fun and interesting. And if you were drawn to any of the other piles, please do go ahead and watch however many that you were drawn to. And I think personally that many of you that watched pile 2 here would benefit from or get something out of pile 1 as well. Much love to you all, and stay beautiful and blessed. Bye. Hello and welcome, beautiful souls. If you chose image 3 or this hematite gemstone, you're in the right place for today's pick a card reading. It's going to be very honest. It's going to be the good, bad, and the ugly about what do people think when they hear your name. So this is going to include everything. So if you feel sensitive today and you're just not ready to hear some of the things, you may want to click off. But if you're ready to hear the truth about what people think when they hear your name, I'll get into all the so-called, positive and maybe negative things that people think when they hear your name. So we're dealing with people here from like, our past when they hear our name. What are they thinking? I'm not going to get into that too much, but if there's something negative, I'm not going to gloss over it. I'll bring it up and I'll talk you through it. If it's something positive, we'll celebrate together. Okay? So it's very honest. The other 2 piles I think have gone well so far. If you were drawn to any of the other piles, I would say definitely check them out. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and connect with Spirit real quick. Spirit, please be here now with me. Help me to deliver clear, concise, and accurate messages to my Pile 3 collective all about the question at hand. And Spirit, please speak through me as you always do. Thank you, Spirit. I am going to light some sage in between. It's good to cleanse the space. I do a lot of readings. Yeah, so whatever wants to come through, I'm going to allow Spirit to bring through. I'm going to be putting letter tiles here at the end, and I'm going to be doing Spirit talk as well. In the letter tiles segment, you can see if you can find your name or initials, or if while I'm doing the reading, if you're thinking of somebody in particular that could be, that I could be describing, you could look for their name or initials in the tiles as well. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. I was definitely picking up on an R name, so that could be you, first or last, or middle. Alright, or somebody who's thinking a lot about you when they hear your name. Four of Cups, don't care. That's what it says, don't care. Because that's for, like, you know, somebody when they hear your name, they think that you don't care about them. And you may or may not. A lot of people, though, when they think of you and they hear your name, they want to give you a lot of compliments. So it's very divided. I knew it was going to be. Piles 1 and 2 were also very divided. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, and the Two of Swords. Okay, so, oh wow, we have the Star. Okay, you could be in the spotlight. You could be famous or semi-famous or well-known in your community. You could be an online presence. It doesn't mean you are, but you could be just or you're very in touch with spirit. You know, you're very in tune. You're very balanced with the world, the earth energies, and spiritual energies. Because the Star in the tarot is depicting somebody who's half in the water with their, you know, kneeling down. They've got one foot in the water and one foot on the earth plane. So they're very grounded and well balanced and very connected to the divine as well. Two of Swords means that some people, when they think about you and they hear your name, they think that, you know, you had a choice to make, and some people think that you made the right choice, and there's some people that are like, they made the wrong choice. But for you, I'm getting like many of you don't really care what people's good opinions are of you. And maybe that's why we have this too. It's like you kind of have this attitude of like, I don't care. It doesn't mean a lot to me if people don't like me or if they think I made the wrong choice. I live by what my truth is. And I have to give you a lot of credit for that, because, you know, some people, they just aim to please, and they get very sensitive about how people, you know, feel about them. But I feel like you have a tough skin, you know, and maybe you've learned to be that way. Four of Wands, joyful, celebratory, marriage. Some people, when they think of you, they think that you're the one that got away. They wanted to marry you. Somebody could be wanting to take that next step with you and is thinking about that when they hear your name. They get like, they start feeling love struck. Struck by Cupid's bow. There's somebody who their heart area is like a little blocked and they're thinking about you. When they hear your name, they do feel sad. Like I said, I'm not going to get too much into that, but there is somebody definitely who is thinking about you, this could have been even a friend that you don't talk to anymore. I was hearing a T name. That could be first, middle, or last name for this person or for you. But there's definitely somebody here who's missing you, who thinks that you made the wrong decision to cut them out of their life or just to not talk to them anymore or whatever. And in their opinion, they think you're the one that got away, whether this is a friendship or a love relationship or otherwise. Wheel of Fortune and Temperance, you're very well balanced and you seem to have luck on your side. So people think of you in this way. They think that you're very lucky, very fortunate, very blessed, and very well balanced. Okay. That's what the majority of people think about you, is that you seem to be very well balanced. And that you're somebody who is not going to be impulsive. You're more like slow to action. You think about things. Four of Swords is all about like meditating, going within. It can be for like taking a little break from people. Maybe some people are, when they think about you, they're like, dang, I wish Pile 3 would spend more time with me. Somebody could be kind of feeling gypped of time with you. Some people are, when they think about you, they think that you're in your Emperor energy. So like you've got your boss energy going on strong lately. Some people are surprised because you've made it kind of big at something. I see you here wearing a crown. Some people could say that you are, when they think about you, they hear your name, they think that you are an excellent leader, but also some people may think that you have a big ego. I don't know. I guess the Six of Wands can stand for that. I didn't want to say it because I don't think it's true, but I'm here to be the deliverer of messages. I think that there's somebody out there who thinks that especially if you're in a leadership role. There could be people that think that, like, that are below you, that, like, in the workplace, that think you don't really care and that you have a big ego, okay? So I just have to be the one that delivers a message. It doesn't mean it's true. Some people can't make up their mind about you. They don't know whether to celebrate you or shun you. I mean, that sounds bad, but I'm sure you've probably felt that, and that's what's coming through here in the cards. But if there's people like that, let me tell you, you're better off without these people in your life, okay? Because these people haven't healed stuff within themselves, and they're the kind of people that are like energy vampires, and they just try to bring people down. So just, it's best to just select your tribe of people that are good to you. Sometimes your tribe is going to be people who are friends that act more like family, you know? Sometimes your actual family isn't somebody who treats you like family. It's your friends, or like maybe it's step family or something like that, you know? Detachment and cold. Some people, when they hear your name, they're like, well, pile 3 detached from me. They went cold. And there's definitely somebody who wants you to, like, reach out, warm their heart. I don't know who this could be. Like I said, it could be a lover, a family member, or a friend that you're not talking to anymore. Even for some of you, like a coworker that could be feeling like you are detached from them, or taking your energy away, or you've gone cold. All of your dreams are coming true. When people hear your name in general, they think that you're an awesome manifester with the seeds here. You're just somebody who plants those seeds and you watch things happen for you. It's like magic. You make magic every day. You make magic happen every day. When people hear your name, they kind of tend to think of you as a very free person, freedom loving, not afraid to take a giant leap, and not afraid to seize the opportunities. Many people, when they hear your name, they think that you must be divinely guided and divinely protected, and you have a lot of assistance from your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, and all of that. And maybe they attribute that's why your manifestations are coming true when they hear your name. They're thinking it's because you have the ability to communicate with angels, spirit guides, and deities and things like that. You're very, very astute and spiritually just very aware, tapped in. Okay, yeah. See, Two of Swords is about not being able to make a decision, or having to make a decision with the confusion and the illusions here with Neptune energy. There's somebody that when they hear your name, they think that you were confused when you cut them off. I don't think you were confused at all. I feel like you knew darn well what you were doing, and there's just some people that would rather think that you were confused because it helps them to bear it a little bit better that you cut them off. We have feminine. This could be a female that you cut off, okay? This person could have been kind of witchy, or maybe they were trying to put like bad juju on you. That could be too. But you're so protected that, I mean, this person could have kind of like posed as like a nice person or a good person, but this person ultimately, I think that you had a bad feeling about this person or something, or they gave you bad vibes, and you were right. And I think that you realized you were right about this person. Maybe that wasn't easy. I've had similar experiences like that with people, so I totally understand what that's like. That's never fun. But I do think there's somebody like a feminine here that when they hear not hear your voice, but when they think of you, when they hear your name, they start going, I heard from spirit, they start spinning in like a downward spiral. Like they just go down, down, down like a cyclone. They start spinning, spinning their wheels. They feel like they're not growing. Somebody here, when they think of you, they hear your name, they start thinking about all the ways that they could have been with you as either a friend or whatever. You kind of had a tendency to grow them or make them want to be better, or like make them aspire to want to do things. And it's like you gave them aspirations, you gave this person hope, and, you know, you kind of tried to make them into like better people, whoever this is. You tried to make them into a better person, but they just weren't ready for it. And so I'm seeing like snip, snip, like I'm seeing big giant scissors, like you literally had to cut this person out of your life. And this person, they can't reattach to you. So when they hear your name, they may hear your name a lot because they want to be attached to you and they want to keep attaching their energies to you, but like you're very heavily protected, so it just like everything comes back at them. Like if they think any thoughts about you, even if it's not like truly malicious or whatever, it just comes right back at them, and they're just like, what the hell? Like I'm seeing like a big boomerang energy. So like when this person hears your name, and they could look like this person, okay, or that could even be how you look like, but anyway, this person is not like what you would call physically ugly. Like they're very attractive, but they may kind of be ugly on the inside, you know what I mean? Like just I don't know, like at a different phase of the journey, you know, we're all at different phases. Transformation. Okay, so people basically, when people hear your name, they think how much you've changed. You've transformed with Pluto energy there. Like you've really changed from who you used to be. Some people don't even recognize you anymore, and that could be physically too. You're just very like physically different and very mature in the soul. Like your soul has matured a lot. I was getting that. You're very strong. You're stronger than you used to be. Impermeable. Nobody can get you. Nobody can sabotage you with guilt trips or anything like that. Guilt trips don't work on you. So you've done your shadow work, okay? You've done all that. You've faced your inner demons. So you're not manipulated. You're not easily deceived. What else do people think when they hear my Pal 3's name? They think that, yeah, oh my gosh, I can't believe this, Spirit. Thank you so much. Do you remember when I said that, like, some people think that, yeah, you're spending too much time alone? We have the Four of Swords. That can be about a time of isolation or spending time alone or, you know, like going within. So some people think you're spending too much time alone or at home by yourself or too much time in solitude. It's basically a time for you to go within, for solitude, to focus intently on your inner life, your inner landscape, and devote yourself to some kind of personal creativity. You know, maybe you've had a lot going on with your own life, your own projects, your own inner workings, okay, of your own mind. And some people are seeing this as like, oh, you're being selfish. When they hear your name, they're just like, oh, they're just somebody that just, you know, they're like a hermit. They just stay at home or whatever, or they're so in themselves. They're so like focused in themselves. But honestly, like if you are in your hermit energy, it may just be like part of your spiritual growth. And sometimes you have to have like a hermit experience before you're able to, or wanting to, desiring to even get out there into the world again. Some of you may be at that point where you're ready to get out there, or I mean, we're all in different, you know, parts, but this is what people think. They think this of you, that you're really within yourself, that you don't seek advice from people too often. You go within. You're very spiritual. You have a lot of answers within you. But yeah, some people are thinking that you just don't spend enough time with them. Okay? They want to spend more time with you. Oh gosh. Okay, that's crazy. But all those just fell out, literally flopped out. So that's a lot, but I guess I'll take them. I mean, they came out for a reason, right? We got the rescuer, the rebel, the queen, and the bully. So it's a mixed bag again. When some people hear your name, they think, oh, you're a bully because you intimidated this person, whoever this is. This could be the same person who accuses you of being a bully. Or like wrongly accuses you for something. The shadow, not the shadow, the light attribute is that you intimidate others. So when people think of you, they think that, they can't help but think that you're a little bit intimidating with your energy. You always like confront your inner fears. And that can be very intimidating to other people because you're not afraid of that shadow aspect. And you're not afraid to tell other people the truth. That's what Spirit just told me. Queen light attributes. You radiate a regal femininity, whether you're a masculine or a feminine, it doesn't matter. You radiate the regal feminine, divine feminine. You have like a benevolent authority and you protect others. So there's a lot of positivity here. Like when people think about, like when they hear your name, they think that you're kind of like a queen, you know, or in your real maternal type of energy where you're very protective of others, of your loved ones. Rebel, light attributes, challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Some people may think of you that, oh, you stopped going to church, or you don't go to church, or you seem to rebel against different things. You seem to take a stand for things. Okay. Some people think that this is good and other people see this as bad. It just depends. But when they hear your name, they know that you're somebody who stands up for causes, and you stand up for what you believe in, whether people like it or not. Rescuer and the light attributes means that people are provides strength and support to others in crisis. Oh, well, that's very interesting. That could have come up in pile 2 or in this pile. I can't remember because it's getting late and my brains are getting scrambled. But that came up in one of the piles. So that is a confirmation, or that could be pointing you to pile 2 if you were torn between this and pile 2. But yeah, oh yeah, now Spirit just told me it was pile 2. Okay, it was pile 2. So if you were drawn to pile 2, definitely you may find some messages in there. But yeah, so like you provide support to people in crisis. That's exactly what came up in pile 2. I was doing Spirit talk, and Spirit showed me a lighthouse. And the exact words were, where was it? Yeah, that you are good with people who are having like a mental health crisis, okay? That's what came up with pile 2. So if you were interested in pile 2 and that resonates, you may find something in there for you. But yeah, when people like think about you and when people hear your name, they tend to think about you in that light, that you really are. They either think of you as a rescuer or a bully. It's like very split. I guess people who feel like slighted by you, or like you push them aside, they may feel that you're a bully because it's just easier for them to deal with that. Okay, let's move on. I'm just gonna actually do the channeled message cards. I've done that for piles 1 and 2, and it's been really adding a lot of great depth to the reading, so I'm gonna do that again. Channeled messages. So Spirit, please let us know. Please let us know. Oh wow, that came out. Please let us know what people think when they hear their name. You are very talented and intriguing. Sometimes you make people insecure. You are changing for the better all the time. You're very intuitive as hell. Okay, people know that about you. You have some people, when they think about you, they think you're high maintenance. Diva. Maybe you're very beautiful and they think that you're spending a lot of money on yourself. Some people think you had a small procedure. Whether this is true or not, when they hear your name, they think of that you look so beautiful that you must have had a procedure. Like a butt lift, boob job, facelift, lip injections, liposuction, whatever. Or even a smaller procedure like I don't know, microdermabrasion, or even the vampire facial or whatever, like on TikTok that you see. All right. Hater energy. Yeah. Some people, you got haters. Some people think that you speak with a large vocabulary and that you're trying to sound smart. When they hear your name, they think that you are, they see that you're very attractive, but they don't, some people think that you may not realize how attractive you are. And others may accuse you that you're a little too attractive. They think you're self-indulgent, or that you're, like I said, spending too much money on your beauty. which is baloney. You can spend however much you want to spend on yourself, right? People question your light, so they don't know if you're good or bad. Some people, when they think about you and they hear your name, they wonder if you're a good person or a bad person. They're still not sure. You're more active on social media. So either it's that or it's the opposite, that you're not active on social media and they're thinking about that. Or you could be very active on social media, because some of you, maybe you have a platform. It just depends. Some people think you're being a wallflower. See, it's kind of mixed with that too, because I think there's so many different people watching. But yeah, it's kind of a mix. Like, they think you're either being a little too reclusive or you're very active on social media. Maybe you're active on social media, but you're reclusive in your real life. I don't know. Like, maybe you stay in your actual physical house, but you're very active on social media, so people may think of you in that light. And basically they think, oh, when they think about you and they hear your name, they think that you're definitely on your path to enlightenment, always seeking answers. You're definitely like a seeker. And they feel like you very much ascended to greatness. I just heard from Spirit. Okay, I'm gonna use some cubes now, message cubes, and then I'll put out the letter tiles and do spirit talk. It should be fun to see what Spirit brings through. Oh, I'm gonna do stickers too. Okay, Spirit, what can you tell us about, like, you know, what are people thinking when they hear my Pal 3's name? I don't know why, but I was hearing that song, Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? I have no clue why I'm hearing that, but those lyrics could mean something to you. You may want to look that song up. Somebody may be thinking of you, they hear your name and they were waiting for you to, you know, come to your senses, like start talking to them again. But I feel like you've made up your mind about this person, so that ain't happening. For most of you anyways. So yeah, I'll put these here, and I'm gonna put out some letter tiles too, and we'll get more information. I'm just gonna be putting out the letter tiles, looking at the stickers, channeling. I won't get too much into names, but you can look for your initials or the names of anybody that, you know, maybe you were thinking of that came up throughout this reading, or their initials. Yeah, first, middle, or last, or initials. You can duplicate letters if you need to. If everything's there except one letter, it still counts. I was hearing Joshua. For some of you, there's an X hung up on you. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I know that not all of us like to hear from exes, and that's okay. And some of us do like to hear from exes, so I'm not gonna focus too much on it, but know that there is an ex thinking about you. Okay. And I'm not gonna do names, but I definitely was hearing Jose. Tahoe? Somebody could drive a Tahoe. West Coast. East Coast. And I was hearing Boho? Boho. Okay. Boho. Maybe that means bohemian. I'm not sure. Maybe you like bohemian style or flair, aesthetic. Like flowy garbs, flowy garments. I'm seeing like a glove in my mind. So some of you could be from Michigan or even Ohio, Peru, was hearing bijou, which means jewel in French. So perhaps some of you, maybe you love jewelry, or you work with jewelry, you make jewelry, design jewelry. You could be a jeweler. The name Addison is here. I wasn't going to do names, but those were coming through. Wisconsin. All right. I was seeing the Globetrotters in my mind, so I'm not sure. Maybe some of you really love basketball, or you could be very sporty. Some of you have a kitty cat, okay? It could look like this little cat here. Even if it's passed on, this cat could be with you in spirit, because there's definitely a brown or calico looking cat here. Such a cutie. We've got the sticker that says be rad. So when people think about you, you know, think about like a cat. Cats are very independent, right? Dogs are more like people pleasers and they love attention. Cats can be more independent. So when people like hear your name, they think about you as like you're very independent, kind of like a cat in that way. And they think you're really cool for the most part. People think when they hear your name, they think that you're really cool. Here we have like a Yeti with, I heard supernatural. This person or people, when they think of you, they think that you're almost like out of this world, or like too good to be true. Very, very, very unique. We have this Yeti with like these stars and constellations, and it's a nightscape. So you could be very into like astrology, or maybe you like aliens, or you like things like Yetis, or what are they like, like the Loch Ness Monster and different things like that. Cryptids or whatever. You know, you may be heavily into that kind of thing. And people, when they see these kinds of things, they think of you. Okay, I have a Facebook friend who's heavily into cryptids. So whenever I think of cryptids, I think of that Facebook friend of mine. So when people, you know, hear your name, they may associate that kind of thing. Magical thinking, or these kinds of things with you. Okay. Studying, you know, when people think about you, they think, wow, you're really learned, you're very intelligent, you might have read a lot of books, you have a lot of knowledge. And maybe you've traveled and had a lot of adventures. You have a lot of interesting stories, for sure. And when people think about you, when they hear your name, they think about all the things you have to share because of the things you've learned and the places you've been. Even if you haven't actually physically been a lot of places, maybe you've read about a lot in books or watched movies with lots of different things. So you just have a lot to share. Okay, let's see what else. Bridge. Many people see you as, I'm hearing that song, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Many people think that like you're very self-sacrificing, and that you don't like fights, so like you can provide like a bridge, or be like a bridge for people that are fighting, or like you're a mediator. They may see you that way. You're very open too, very happy, and you keep your promises. L. I think that a lot of people love you. With that L there, that reminds me of love. I think that a lot of people tend to really love you, who you are as a person and what you stand for. At the heart of you, you love Earth, and you're good to the Earth. You treat the Earth kindly, and you just want everybody to get along. And so I think that for the most part, people see you in this way. And when they hear your name, they think of that. There's a lot of positivity around what people think about you too when they hear your name. let's do spirit talk, okay? I'll be automatic writing. Maybe not all of this is going to apply to you, but a lot of it will, I bet. Even if like 2 or 3 things resonate with you, then that's okay. That's what Spirit wanted you to get out of this. Some of you, you're a chef or you're like a professional cook, okay? Because that's coming through. I'm seeing somebody with pizza. Like a chef would like throw the pizza dough up and like, you know. Some of you are Italian. That's coming through as well. Because I was hearing this song, pizza, 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 pizzeria. Oh gosh, every time I hear that, that reminds me of Italy. So yeah, you could love Italian food, or you're really good at cooking Italian food, or that kind of thing. I heard the name Sadie. I wasn't going to do names, but Sadie was definitely coming through. You could be from Jerusalem. You could be of the Jewish faith, or be learning the Jewish faith, or something about that. Some of you are on a journey to better health. I was hearing that. A journey to better health, fitness, that kind of thing. Some of you are learning about astral travel. Some of you are also, I just heard this, learning about remote viewing. And, you know, keep practicing. These are things that you can do if you practice, Spirit was saying. Some of you are very, like, you know, spiritual and very prayerful, because I'm seeing, like, you know, somebody very dedicated to their prayer time or, like, meditation time. So, because I was seeing, like 2 hands clasped together like that, like the praying hands. So you're very, like, spiritual. Whoops. Prayer may be important to you. Or just spirituality in general. I was hearing Mount St. Helen. I don't know what that means. Mount St. Helens? Maybe that's mountains or something like that. I'll look that up, because now I'm really curious. Okay, apparently Mount St. Helens is a stratovolcano in Washington State. So it's actually located in Skamania, I hope I'm saying that right, County, Washington. So, you know, maybe you visited there, or maybe Spirit is just saying, yeah, you are from that area or whatever. And the other thing I was hearing was Petersburg. I don't know where that is, but I'm curious. So I was hearing Petersburg. Oh, it's a city in Michigan. So Petersburg, there you go. It's also a city in Florida. Wow. And a city in West Virginia and Illinois. So lots of places. It's also a place in Alaska. It's a city in Virginia. Oh my gosh. It's also, yeah, it's a lot. So Petersburg, you could be from a city called Petersburg. Apparently there's a Petersburg in every place. That's interesting. I was also hearing Sound of Music. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Some of you could be, you know, like you care for children, like you have a daycare. Some of you have a daycare. Or you're a nanny. Okay, some of you play guitar. You have a great singing voice. Some of you could be like mountain climbers. Very athletic. Something about a rose garden. Some of you might have a rose garden or a flower garden, and you like to care for flowers. I was hearing like honey. Some of you actually like make honey. I don't know. Do something with honey. Maybe you make your own honey lotion, or I don't know if that would be sticky. Honey products with honey in them. I don't know. Baking maybe you're a beekeeper. I don't know. Honey is definitely coming through. That even could be a nickname, honey. But there's definitely the word honey. Please let me know in the comments if that's for you. That song by Hosier or whatever is coming through. Take me to church. Take me to church. I don't know why. But that's coming through for somebody. Some of you may have like a lover or an ex that's overseas who's thinking about you a lot. And when they hear your name, they just have a lot of love for you. Okay, so you could be apart from this person. Because I'm seeing like the world, and like I was hearing oceans apart, but close in the heart. So this person's still thinking about you a lot, okay? I was hearing cherish, that song Cherish. Cherish is the word I use to describe all the feelings that I have here for you inside. I don't know how many times I wish that I had told you. I don't know how many times I wish that I could hold you. Okay, so that song could have important relevance, maybe even with this connection. But it's called Cherish. It's an old song. I don't know when, but it was like from maybe like the 40s or 50s or 60s. I don't know. But it's called Cherish. What else, Spirit? I was hearing Amelia. That could be your name, Amelia. Something about Amelia Bedelia, children's books. You could write children's books, or you love children's books. You could be somebody who studies children's literature. Maybe you teach children's literature. Something about children's literature is definitely coming through here, though. I was hearing Rosa Parks. That might be significant to you. Could be the first name Rosa or the last name Parks, or something with having to do with this may ring a bell. I was hearing Asia. So that could be like your location. Birmingham? I don't know where that is, but I was hearing Birmingham. Birmingham. So you could be from there, wherever that might be. Please let me know. And anything else? Sherpa. Some of you could literally be wearing a Sherpa jacket right now, or love Sherpa, like you love soft, cozy things, you know. Sherpa was coming through. I mean, some of you could actually like shear sheep. You could live on a farm and shear sheep, and I don't know, like there's all kinds of references coming in with like llamas. Some of you may make scarves out of like or make your own yarn. Some of you make your own yarn, and you make your own scarves and blankets or whatever, okay, out of like alpaca hairs. Interesting. Interesting. You're very good with fabrics for some of you. Or textiles, I just heard. Interesting. And I was hearing Reiki. Some of you are Reiki practitioners. There could also be somebody who is a nurse practitioner that is watching, because that just came through as well from Spirit. And hope. Hope. I don't know. I'm hearing hope. Like some of you could work in a hospital setting or with children. sick children or something. You know what I mean? Like children's hospital. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah. Like pediatrics, okay? That's what I meant to say. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read your energy. And if you like my vibe, please subscribe, and I would love to have you be part of this awesome community. Thank you so much to my returning subscribers. I love y'all so much, and I appreciate you being here and being part of this awesome experience and part of this tribe. And for my Patreon members and my channel members, thank you so much for your love and support. Wow, I feel really blessed. If you would like to become a channel member, you can do that. Also, yeah, there's information in my description box on how to join my Patreon. It's an 18 plus love Patreon. I do weekly readings on there. So it's a lot of fun if you like 18 plus uncensored love readings. So just know that beforehand. And if you need a personal reading, I do offer those. And my prices are very affordable, and it's just a fun experience. I love to give readings to y'all. I love to do those readings because it's like you never know. You never know what's going to come out in those readings, but they're very personal, so they're very accurate. And it's just enjoyable. Also, if you'd like to donate to my channel, it's never expected, but it's always appreciated, and it helps me to buy things like little tea light candles or sage or tarot cards or oracle cards for this channel to keep this channel going. And I like to change it up, so I like to get new tarot cards, at least once a month, and new oracle cards. So every little bit helps. So thank you so much to all of you who have donated already, and thank you to those of you who will donate. Like I said, that's never expected, but always appreciated. Feel free to watch however many piles you're drawn to, and stay beautiful and blessed. And until next time, bye.